Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Barney from CZT Sadelle Wiltshire. And I hope I've pronounced that at least close. All right, so this is a neat tangle. We had a map tangling class today, and this tangle came up, and well, we thought it was something else, and then it's like no, and I'm like, oh, we haven't done this one, so we must. And it's a rather neat tangle. You know what I think I'm going to? Let's put a nice fine border on this. Tell you what, if I keep doing that, I already have, so you can see. I should well, I could go back and date when I put this piece of paper in in motion here to be marked up. See how long it takes before it's completely disasterized. All right, so this is a neat tangle. I think I'm going to do this on the angle. I think. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, that's apparently what I'm doing. Okay. It does. I honestly don't think it matters. All right. This starts off with some zigzags. And I'm doing them rather big and rather uneven, and that's okay. All right. Then a lot of times when we do a zigzag, right, we do it in the same direction, but we're going to mirror these ones. So, and leaving a little bit of space in between, we'll call that a valley, and what will be the peak underneath it. And then continue. And I'll tell you, honestly, let's see, well, that would probably end up right there. And then as you continue, same idea, you're mirroring it. And I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, it's one of those two that doesn't really matter how even, uneven it is. As most of you know, I'm here to prove that it doesn't matter. And I think those are going to be fine there. Okay. Then, where these lines are closest, just a nice little straight line. And what's neat is after doing it, and for me, maybe many times, well, that's okay. This, okay, it doesn't matter. That's rather large. Some of the other steps will make up for anything, so it does make it a rather forgiving tangle, which is nice. Those are my favorites. Okay, and it's, okay, so here's the trick, because it just occurred to me, or popped into my head, one way or the other. Because I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh no, that's uneven. But now I'm looking at the screen, and this is, kind of a testimony for sometimes you got to look at something with another set of eyes, which could mean don't look at it for a while. Like, put your hand over it, don't look at it for a while. Come back to it later. Look at it in front of a mirror, or take a picture of it, because now I'm like going, it doesn't matter. It looks interesting. Okay, and I think it's a neat construction for this, because there's some other tangles I have to go back and look them up, because I went, oh no, I just forget about it type of thing. All right, next step on this is we're essentially going to aura the inside. And again, don't worry about anything. I cannot emphasize that enough. And see, that's where sometimes it's like, oh, okay, because we don't know where this actually went, right? And now it's like, oh, it looks like it's right in place. Sometimes an aura, even on the inside, can just fix just about anything. And in the end, too, going back to the it really doesn't matter, once we have all of the steps done and the shading done, then you find out how much it really really doesn't matter, because all of those other steps play a neat role in disguising the things that you don't like. Took me a minute to make that one up. Okay, next. In the center, I'm just going to put a little dot. Center-ish, And, if you have, like partials like that, just don't worry about it. If there is you have to imagine where the center would be. If it's off of the page, then just don't worry about it. Then, from the dot, we're just going to connect the dot to all the sides. Now, I was thinking this could just be one step, but at the same time, it is nice to have a dot, and the dot can play a role, because you could make like here, make that dot a little bit bigger than just pressing the pen down and having it blend in. And I think that makes for a neat look, just like that. Okay, so then we're connecting all of the corners, and like this, where you don't see a corner, just fill it in where those lines would be. And you see, I mean, it's taking on an interesting look. Oops. Oh, and see, if you miss, and that's why you make big dots. See? It's also why they say go slow, take your time, focus on every stroke. It's not just for the relaxation, it's so that way it looks better. Okay, I think I've got them all. All right. Oh, no, I don't. There we go. Okay. And that's it. Then we just do some shading. All right. And this is one of those where you could shade the entire section, I suppose, but I decided I was going to do it this way and just kind of shade just one side like this. Well, it's technically, I guess that's two sides. And I think this is how Sadelle, I had to look, I wanted to make sure I hope I'm pronouncing that right. That's what it looks like. There's some light shading in the step out, and if I'm remembering, that's what it looks like. So we'll just spread that. And it could go into, the other sections, completely up to you. But kind of doing one side, see how that's giving it some depth. And then from, because we're doing this side, it makes this look puffy. I don't think you'd want to do it to both sides. I think that would cause too much. It would take away from the effect, I think. But you play. Oops. All right. Oops. And then these guys. Yeah, it just creates an interesting look. And then I didn't want to just stop there, because it's like, well, the center needs something. And maybe if I had done these bigger, I was thinking, oh, I could do this side too. But then I thought, no, you know what? Let's just do this. And take a look at the For More Inspiration link so you can see Sadelle's step out, because there was some really interesting depth. And actually, if I'm remembering, some of them might have had more lines than just this, but yeah. But I was thinking, well, why not? It adds, it makes it look like it's kind of pushed in a little bit. You could play with thickening a side or something like that and have fun with it. Now, one thing, additional thing that I wanted to cover, because this is why it came up, because this is what Mom had this is what somebody else did, and we didn't go and look up the step out, because this is the main step out. This is essentially a variation. So if you wanted to do some orbs, they don't have to be connected. Let's put some. Try to have them be. Oh, that doesn't look random. I'm so picky sometimes. All right, and then now here's what's tricky. Here's what's neat about this, and what's tricky about this. What I think is neat is if you set out to let's put some hexagonal, a grid, a reticula, if you will, of hexagons. I find them hard to just draw. But using the zigzag, and then connecting the zigzag in opposite directions and connecting the line, I'm like, oh, what a great way to do that. All right, so not on this one though. So this one, you were going to draw hexagons. So on the inside, and again, do they have to be perfect? No. Sometimes I think of I'm drawing a house, and then I'm connecting those two at the bottom. That is what's helped me, and I should do these in different orientations. And actually, if it could be a little wider, that'd probably be good. And same thing with this. Of course, it doesn't matter. If you try to get close to six little corners, little angles, then you're doing good. And let's do this one this direction. And then too, if I would not make those so long, but it's okay, because this one now, the step on this one is different, and honestly, she should have called it something different and made new step outs for it, because really it is different. And it was just so funny, because I was thinking that I had done this tangle before, but and who knows, maybe if you found that this one has been done before, this version, let me know, because but I don't remember doing hexagons in the middle. That's what I'm not recalling. But anyway, it's just kind of neat. And when I went to do this, and I'm like, oh look, in orbs, okay. And then I immediately went to do this part in the center. Now I don't know if of course you could, right? I don't think you could do both though, because if you're doing both, then the like if I put a dot here, the angle's going to be a little different, but I think you might lose something, because the angle's going to be somewhat the same. But you could play with that if you wish. That's also why I turned the tile and did these in different directions, so that way these lines didn't line up so much. And there we go. Just a lot of fun. And, then you can have fun, if you like playing with gems and making gems, look at all of the fun with this. I'm just going to do a side. Leave it at that. Oh, maybe a little bit on the inside too. But these you can just kind of have scattered however you want, which is nice to have something that's, more loose. And then this is a nice, you could use both of them for a fill-in. I take that back. But it's just nice to kind of have both options here. Do a little shine in the, I've run out of, but maybe that's a little bit better have it be clear with just I'll leave those ones the way they are, because I'm not going to erase anything. I don't do that. But just a little swoosh mark, a little C shape with the pencil, and even without doing anything, it's kind of neat. Really cool. Really cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. In the description section, you will find links to the step outs, as I mentioned. And then below those, you'll find my link tree. So if you enjoy my goofy style, come and join us online for, to tangle with our Tangle family. We have a lot of fun. Thursdays, it's called Tangle Time. It's free sessions. I do them twice a day, 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. my time here in Michigan. And then on the third Tuesday, that's another one that's free. And then the other ones on Tuesdays are either pay, there's a fee, or the very first Tuesday of the month is a club members exclusive event. So we have fun with that. And you can find information about the club, because if you really like tangling and you know that you would like to, to take, basically it's all access subscription type of thing. Information is there, so check it out. And oh yes, if you happen to be on Facebook, I've been trying to add this in first. But if you would like to hang out with a bunch of really neat tanglers, we would love to hang out with you. I have a private Tangle Addicts community on Facebook. It's a group. And there are 4 questions that you must answer in order to gain entry. And that's it. And then, you can come, have fun, share your work. If you just want to, lurk for a while and, and comment and, appreciate others' things, and kind of get the tone, whatever works is great. But we love seeing everybody's work and celebrating everybody's wins and stuff like that. So, all right. So with that, thank you again so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.